Hello guys, it's me, Red the Dinosaur, and today with my review of the Crew Motorfest. And I got this game last Friday, it was heavily discounted, and I bought the Ultimate Edition. It was like $35, and that obviously cost originally $100, so it was a good deal to just get the Ultimate Edition of this game that I was looking forward for almost a year ago, but due to financial issues, I decided to just get that game on the back burner. Meanwhile, I was basically stabilizing my financial situation. But nowadays, I got the game heavily discounted, and I saw that it got like really good updates that back then was like Ubisoft maintaining the Crew 2 and the Crew Motorfest, and thought that was a really bad idea. And after they decided to just put the Crew 2 end the support of the Crew 2, I I saw a better future for the Crew Motorfest, and it actually looks really nice. They added some new cars, a few other stuff and features that I had to actually see for myself if they are actually pretty good. And that's pretty much it. So here it is with my impressions of the Crew 2. Let's start with the pros. I think the improved car physics are something that I really applaud. On the Crew 2, the cars feel a bit janky, and the feel was pretty bad. It was one of the big red flags of the Crew 2. But on Motorfest, you can feel the difference. I think it's still a bit janky. It's not 100% good, but it feels very improved. It feels much better, and actually you feel that you are in control of the vehicle. In the Crew 2, felt really bad, and it's something that I stopped playing that game for a while. So really nice to see this improvement on that Ivory Tower did. So really good job. I think the sound of the cars improved as well. They sound really good. There is no more cars that sound kind of like the same, or cars that sound pretty bad. I think the sound design on Motorfest is on point. I think the cars sound really good, and they sound actually pretty fantastic, even better than Forza Horizon 5. And we're gonna keep comparing this game to Motorfest, so we gotta see a few things here and there that they gotta be compared. But the sound design on Motorfest is absolutely on point, really well done. The map, I think the map is a huge improvement. I know many people like the bigger United States on the Crew 2 and in the original The Crew, but I think Hawaii is a good chance to see that quantity is no better than quality. I think a smaller map but that has a lot of detail does a better job than these huge United States that felt really lackluster. In my opinion, Hawaii does a really good job. It's a fun map to drive around, and that overall feels more exciting than even Mexico and Forza Horizon 5, that is very heavily criticized for being flat and a bit boring. Hawaii feels alive and feels really good to drive around. And even in the older The Crew games, United States was a bit something to just relax and turn your brain off. On this is much better due to the quality, so really well done. I think the playlist format is also something that I applaud. It's something that is mixed with cool facts about the topics about automotives that you're driving. I think that's really good. The theme, how the feeling of the playlist is actually something that I really liked. the fact that you're learning about vehicles, but also you're seeing the theme of the playlist and the all the things that are going on is something that I really liked about this playlist format. That again, it feels good, is something that feels really cool, and that gives this playlist something to be looking forward to get more information, to just learn more about the cars that you're driving, and also just to feel all the themed stuff that they got. So really nice. I love the playlist top themes that they used, and yeah, it's a great format that they have there. The grand races is something that I saw that is chaotic, and it is, but I loved how they implement grand races, the PvP part of the Crew Motorfest. I think the formula of separating like three classes in one race was really good. That you go in a first leg with a street race car, and the second leg with motocross, for example, and the third leg with a racing car. I think that's a really cool concept that sets it apart as its own little field that could be exploited more in part of the Crew 2, just make its own identity in that way if it's necessary. We gotta talk about that in a few. But grand races and the formula that they are using is interesting, it's something really good. It could be improved in some way, yes, but we gotta talk about that later. The garage import for me was a huge pro, because if you are from the Crew 2 and you put a lot of hours into that game, you have a lot of vehicles. And in Forza Horizon 5, if you play Forza Horizon 4, well, I guess it's bad because you can import all your cars. You can import the libraries for such cars, but you can import the cars themselves. On the Crew Motorfest, you are able to import your collection from the Crew 2. And that gets better if you import more cars. In my case, I got like 500 vehicles in total, so it was huge. And I can get all the vehicles that I got on the Crew 2 to drive them around in Motorfest, and it's a huge plus. It's something that makes the grinding less necessary, especially if you take this game in a more relaxed way. It makes things much better, more relaxed. You have all the cars that you got in the Crew 2, so you can have your Alpha GPs, your racing cars, your hyper cars, and your street racing vehicles already in the Crew Motorfest. And as I said, if you have more cars in the Crew 2, it gets much better. In my opinion, it's a great way to just also Ivory Tower to put this confidence in the product that they got, and in all the improvements that they did, to say, hey, just import your collection and feel the physics, feel the sound, and feel the driving on this new map, and in the Crew 2 cars that you got. And it's something that I really applaud, and that again makes the grinding, the necessity of money, like something that is not exactly necessary, because you don't need a car like right now to participate in the next playlist. Like, you can already have your collection there, and it makes life much easier, and especially in grand races, it's a huge improvement that you can pick the car that you want. So, and last, I think the activity of the map, and I put it here as an NPC activity, but this activity from that the map itself creates, that there is like races going on, and all these activity makes the map feels more alive, that the NPCs are racing themselves, and that are just flying around or just driving a boat, or just racing in different type of cars is something that I loved. Makes the Hawaii feels more alive, and that you are participating in an event that is huge, and that you are not alone, even when there is not too much online people around. Makes the game feels more alive, more vibrant, and that is filled with a lot of people, even when they are just bots. I think it's something that I really commend, and that again makes the game feel more alive than the Crew 2. That if you put it online, it's pretty much dead. So really well done for Ivory Tower on these ones. So not everything shines. I think there is a few cons on the Crew Motorfest. The big one is the lack of identity. I think in Motorfest you can see more and more that the game feels like a copy of Forza Horizon 5. I know that the formula of car festival and all that stuff is generic and that attracts a lot of people to buy your game, but makes the game feel less with less identity. It makes the game feels like a cheap copy of the product that you are inspiring or trying to get more sales. I know that is Forza Horizon 5. So I think the Crew Motorfest and Ivory Tower itself needs to create an identity for the Crew franchise and not copying Forza Horizon 5 formula. I think they did very well with the first The Crew. That was this story. It wasn't exactly good, but it doesn't have to. Make the game had its own identity. Have this feeling that you're doing this racing because you're part of this undercover police stuff that you're doing. And it's something that made this game pretty unique on its own. Meanwhile, the Crew 2 and especially Motorfest, they feel like more of the same formula that Forza Horizon games are doing, and is something that needs to be examined for Ivory Tower and start crafting its own identity. It's a really good game that they have there, but they have to do something different. And I'm not saying that put more choppers or planes or boats or even quads, because I saw an ATV right there, but they need to start doing more than that, forming its own little game instead of playing it safe and just keep doing the same of the Horizon games. I think it's a good game, but you need to just stop playing safe. Just going right there. Other thing that I saw is that they copied and pasted the upgrade system of the Crew 2. I know it's also improved, but doesn't mean it's good. I hated the upgrade system of the Crew 2 that is basically copied from the Division. That you get this uncommon to legendary color system that is just stupid as hell. That the legendary system gives you like some perks that boost your money or boost your nitro, and in some cases double your points. So that kinda is, if you keep these like legendaries and you get all the like a really good build, you can actually cheat on summit races because you're having double points in some activities than some people without these parts that don't have. So obviously you get better points, and you can see that on the Crew too. Like I have these double point system that on some of my builds, and they are pretty OP. I can get like 150,000 points. Meanwhile, the common folk can get only 110 or 120 if they are really good at. So they need to just refocus that stuff, man. They need to just do again something that is more old school, something that is more like the Crew One. That I think that was good. It was a bit grindy, I get you, but at least wasn't as stupid as this looter shooter system that they got already. They could just go for, just play, just put upgrades and buy them on the shop. I think if you have enough bucks, you can buy those, and just get rid of the stupid uncommon to legendary perk system that they got. Just make the people buy the upgrades if it's necessary, or if you want to earn them in playing races, go for it. Like in old Need for Speed games, like that would be fantastic. That will be more enticing to play your races, to get, like, I don't know, like a level 6, or in the case of Most Wanted 2005, you can get like judgment parts that make your car go faster. Like that would be cool to just play races, to play more races, to get like secret parts to make your car faster. But just get rid of that perk system. It's just as stupid as fuck. The no ghosting on PvP, that I think is something that you have to implement. I know that is something that is like a bonus that you can get in certain grand races. That is something that I loved, but I think that that needs to be permanent. Why? Because your player base is not mature enough to play PvP without ghosting. They gonna ram you, they gonna take you out of the road, they gonna put you into a tree no matter what. Even if you put like a penalty system like in Forza Motorsport and Gran Turismo 7, that is not gonna work. Even if you make some changes in the grand race system, I think ghosting is something that needs to be done due to the maturity of the player base. They are not grown up enough to just play safe, and there is no way in some sort of improvement in grand races to just make the people grown up and to actually be punished if they crush someone intentionally. I think ghosting is the best way possible to just make grand races way more fun. I think the formula is fun, but needs to be improved in the part of knowing your player base, that they are not exactly old enough to understand PvP and racing cleanly. The prices of the cars, I didn't check too much, but I saw like a racing car going up to $3 million. That, like, $3 million bucks, I'm sorry. And that was insane. Like, you need to play a lot of grand races to get that money. I don't know exactly how you get money in this game. I know that grand races give you a lot of money, even if you end in 20th. Still, I think the prices are a bit high, and I don't know exactly how you get money. I know that you can do like a custom races with the playlist system that they gives you like some races to complete, and that you can modify them with difficulty and playing with your own car if you want to, all that stuff. But I think there should be a better. You should fix the economy in some way first, or just lower the prices of the cars. And well, obviously the second is not gonna happen. So probably an improvement on rewards, probably in the single player part. I guess like playing against the bots will be much better than just people just doing grand races for the sake of it. I think there is a portion of the player base that don't like PvP, and that is completely understandable. and just reward them with a really good high payout. If some veteran of the crew Motorfest is seeing that and it thinks it's ridiculous, well, just let me know in the comments. Again, it's my first impressions, so don't take it personally. The community hub, I think that was a big loss. I think that community hub is as stupid as fuck. The apartment system of the Crew 2 was really good. It gives you like your portion to customize your garage and see your favorite cars, or make like a Bugatti collection that you can park in your garage, or a Porsche collection that you can also park and see and be amazed. On this, you got like a community hub that you is basically the point of reunion of all the players, and you can see like a like you can actually submit your libraries and all that shit. It actually sounds good on paper until you see the top 10. The top 10 is just an example of Ivory Tower not having a good moderation system. Is that you can see like the same car in the top 10 and like painted in different shades of blue. It was stupid. Like, I'm sorry, but that top 10 needs to be fixed or just completely get rid of. It's just dumb to see this community hub filled with people that doesn't know, or I don't know if there is a judges or bots that just picked the most voted, when they know already those votes are pretty much just bots. Like, they should just get rid of that, in my opinion. But yeah, I like seeing that top 10. It was just hilarious to see like the same car painted in different shades of blue, and you get those cars in the top 10, and all of them look awful in my opinion. They look like shit, and obviously it's people just rigging the system. So it is a huge misstep. I think they should go back to the apartments. I think that was like your small customization part that was pretty neat. It's something that was ported from old Test Drive Unlimited games, and let's remember that the same team from the old Test Drive Unlimited games is on the Crew Motorfest and was part of the Crew 2. That was something really cool. I don't know why they just got rid of it when it was pretty neat. It would make the game more unique. Meanwhile, this community hub, nah, chief, I'm not feeling that. And well, yeah, the weak moderation, those top 10 designs that were pretty much wrecked boats. It's just dumb as fuck. I know I'm repeating myself on that one, but that was a big con on my end. And some of the playlists, well, especially in some cutscenes and some of the chit chat that you get with the NPCs, felt a bit commercial when especially if you explore the American Muscle that is a tribute to the Ford Mustang. It felt like Ford put a big chunk of money to promote their brand that you see like on the Mustangs and all that stuff, ignoring the fact that there is more than Mustangs in the part of muscle cars. I don't know, chief. Red Bull paying big money to have their own little island. Some parts that the NPCs tell you, oh, you're driving that Toyota GR86, such an amazing car, blah blah blah, and they just start like this chit chat that they are just not actually telling you cool facts about the car, but more the fact that they are trying to sell you something. Yeah, that was something that I kinda felt in the taste on my mouth. That promotional stuff that like the big sinners are Red Bull and Ford. And Ford, they just went big. But yeah, there were parts that they were just laughable. They were like they stopped telling you facts to just trying to sell you a car. It was just stupid as fuck, but it was hilarious. But it just made the game felt a bit goofy. So that's pretty much it. I wanted to tell you about the Crew Motorfest. It's a really good game. I completely recommend it, especially if you get it for 35 bucks in the Ultimate Edition, or even less if you get the Standard Edition. It's a game that is worth it when it's discounted. I don't recommend it buying it full price because it's not a game that costs $70. It's not. I think that price is just ridiculous, especially for a video game. I think there are games that I think there are items that cost $70, and there are more that the price is worth than a video game, and that goes in general. But in the Crew Motorfest, I don't see that $70 price tag going. Even with the new update that I saw when I was recording this video, the Ferrari playlist, and they actually put like the Ferrari museum and all that shit. That is pretty cool. Probably I'm gonna stream it, but it's still not $70. Like, I'm sorry, this is at most a $60 game. That's pretty much it. But it's a game that is worth it when it's $30. That's it. I don't see this game costing $70. It's just my opinion. If you like the price, I'm sorry, but $70 is not a good price for a standard game, and $100 for an Ultimate Edition is just stupid as fuck. The game, as it is a $35 game, and that's it. But it's not $70 or $100. It's just a stupid price for this game. But yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say about the Crew Motorfest. It's a cool game. It is, but it's not $100 or $70. No, it's not. But yeah, it's a nice game overall. I enjoy it. I'm still gonna play the shit out of it. It's a good replacement for the Crew for Forza Horizon 5. It is. I was a bit burned up, especially when you cover that game and you actually make reviews of the cars. It kind of gets you burned up when you play Forza Horizon 5 for almost 2-3 years now. So it's nice, a change of taste, sometimes. If I'm gonna make reviews of the Crew Motorfest, I highly doubt it, because I learned my lesson with the Crew 2. No, I don't have many views on those videos, and I don't know, Chief. I don't know if I'm gonna cover reviews on this game. I highly doubt it. It's all I have to say. But yeah, thank you very much, guys. Let me know your opinion in the comment section. I know it was a bit of a long video, but I wanted to just talk about this. Really good game. A bit overpriced in its original price, it is. But yeah, let me know in the comment section what do you think about the Crew Motorfest. If you like it, or you think it's just a Forza Horizon 5 ripoff. Just let me know in the comment section. So yeah, thank you very much, and see you on the next one. Goodbye.